everybody, what is going on? Supr here, and today guys, part 2 of the roadmap dev diaries, amping up alliances. Now I was waiting for this one because I obviously haven't been in like alliance war or really doing like AQ in a long time, so I've always been wanting changes to both of them, especially in AQ. And so yeah, I was very excited to see some of the stuff for AQ. I'm very excited, and even before we get in this video, I actually just joined back up an alliance just to kind of like get back into the flow of doing AQ, because that's how much I like the changes that are happening. Alright, so yeah, let's get into this. I'm not going to read everything word for word, but we're just going to get into some of this other stuff. The tools for change, the battle group assignments, and the top alliance champion. So the tools for change is, let's dive into some of the tools we are looking to provide alliances with so they can better prepare for alliance content, reduce the stress associated with. Our first step was to build a strong set of fundamental features that could be built upon for feature tool improvements that will be available in both Alliance War and Alliance Quest. Battle group assignments. How many of us have joined the wrong battle group? It happens, and is no fun for anyone. With this new feature, leadership will be able to easily assign alliance members to a specific battle group for both Alliance Quests and Alliance Wars. Other members can see the assignments for the entire alliance. This is getting released June 29. Then you got the top alliance champions. Next month, members will be able to select champions to display on a new screen. So yeah, you get to put your champions that you want in your profile, so they get to see like the champions that you use for AQ, Alliance War. From my understanding, it's gonna champions you have ranked up in preferred mode for each, and easily relay the roster information to your fellow alliance members and inform alliance leadership. This is getting released June 29th, all this stuff. So yeah, that's cool. Anything to help the officers of the alliance, I'm all for it. You know, let screenshots. I hate taking screenshots and sending it. So yeah, the more stuff that's gonna make everything easier for the officers to do, that's gonna be awesome. And hats off to you officers. You guys have a lot of work to do, and even without this stuff, man, just the amount of stuff that you guys do is absolutely, it's crazy. It's like a second job. Now the next one, path assignments, defender placement, and codename AQ officer. I'm not really going to get into this because it says in design, no confirmed launch window, aiming for 2020. The defender placement in design, no confirmed launch window, and the codename AQ officer in design, no confirmed launch window, aiming for 2020. So I don't know. There's no point in me reading it until they give us more information on it. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't need to cover it, but being able to assign paths and stuff, yeah, that's going to be cool and everything. Defender to placement. Top alliance champions will open up the door to quality of life. They love using that word. It allows alliance leadership to place assigned alliance war defenders directly into defense. So there's that. Yeah, so like, who knows when this stuff is actually going to happen. Now before I get into the alliance war stuff, we're going to talk AQ first, because those are the changes I am more excited about. Alright, so we got the Alliance Quest refresh, Kabam Jimbo. Our short-term mission is to relieve stress for our higher tier users. We feel as late that the pressure has become too high for those Alliance battling out in the most challenging of maps and managing their war efforts at the same time. We want Alliances to challenge themselves and push them to new heights, but are continuing to evolve how we want that experience to feel. We have a dive into some of these solutions coming to the contest targeted for September launch window. Map 7 rebalancing. Now I haven't done map 7. It's been a while since I did map 7. I actually did have an okay prestige at one time to get in map 7. So I remember some of this, like I remember Can't Stop Won't Stop, that when that first came out, that was horrible and everything. So we'll go over this. So yeah, we're seeing behaviors that aren't fun and forcing you to use mechanics that are not intended. This isn't what we wanted. Here's a peek at the few core changes. Mesmerize. Now Mesmerize and Mephisto are on their way out. Green Goblin will be taking his place along with Mixmaster. Plus Prove Yourself as the new lane identity buff. Then you got Can't Stop Won't Stop. That's changing. Captain Marvel is gone, and we're going to be tweaking the node to open up many more options to play with and overcome this challenge. Vivified plus redouble determination. We're having the amount of defensive combat power rate for Vivified from from 200% to 100% and replacing problem champions Korg and Killmonger. Alongside this, we are swapping redouble determination out with blood in the water. So yeah, there's that. And we got champion replacements. We're also switching out a bunch of problem champions from Mordo and War Machine to Captain Marvel and Magneto in Variations 1 with either alternative champions or refreshed up buffed profile. Now I remember the Can't Stop Won't Stop was a pain for a lot of people. Mesmerize, yeah, I don't know, like I didn't mind map 7 as long as you had the champs, but I know a lot has changed in the past few months with map 7. But yeah, I will not be doing map 7 anytime soon because I'm not gonna be able to get my prestige that high. So for right now, those changes are not really going to affect me really. Now these ones definitely are right here. These are the ones that I right here, boom, these ones right here. So yes, energy over time. Alliance Quest has become a delicate balancing act in the higher tiers of play. You only have so much time in between the various game modes, other content, everyday life. The number of sessions required to perfectly manage your time and energy in maps 6 and 7 is excessive. Yes, it is very excessive. Energy cap increase. We are increasing the Alliance Quest energy cap globally from 5 to 6. Starting energy increase. We're increasing the starting amount of Alliance Quest energy from 3 to 4 globally. That's, yeah, see, I'm liking this. We are going to decrease the refresh timer for Alliance Quest energies from 1 hour to 45 minutes. Now this is all being released in July of this year. So yeah, the energy cap is being increased, the starting energy is being increased, and the energy timers are going to be decreased. So yes, that did, I feel like, it's going to at least, I don't know, I'm not going into like map 6 or anything. I'm just going to map 5. I'm going to test it out just to see how everything is, and then if I like the way that this new system is, and I feel like I don't know, like, because we'll also have to talk about the link nodes and stuff, but yeah, I joined back up an alliance just to kind of see when this launches, to see how it actually is, to see if it's actually going to get me interested to start doing AQ again, even though I have to, because I'm running low on resources of rank up stuff, and I need that glory. So link nodes, we are making the following balance changes to link nodes in map 6 and 7, removing the first set of link nodes in map 6 and 7, restructuring map 6 link nodes to flow more like map 7. The first set of link nodes map 6 and 7 will be removed for the mid-season update. However, the link node restructure will take a bit longer. In design, no confirmed launch window. Mid-season update, we're talking about a lot of changes coming in September and beyond. We are also having some changes coming in the very near future. The mid-season update to Alliance Quest in July will introduce a brand new set of epic modifiers, more honor reward milestones, and a mini boss changes. Look out for the post on the mid-season update on our forums tomorrow. Alright, so this Alliance Quest future stuff, I'm actually not going to really go over it really at all, because it's got something for seasons, Alliance Quest challenges, cooperation is key, champion usage. Like, if you guys want, you could read this, but none of these principles have features attached yet or any release date. So I don't know, until there's more to it, there's really no reason to talk about it. Like, I don't know, if you want, go ahead and read over. Like, some of this stuff would be cool, but we have no idea, like, when it's obviously even gonna get worked on or anything. So it's just, I don't know, let's move on. Alright, so real quick before we get into the Alliance War stuff, raid bosses sounds like a cool concept. So massive scale battles in which the entire alliance can take part of, recharacterizing some of Marvel's greatest foes as a real threat to the battle realm, unique roles and new ways to play as an alliance, capturing some of the great moments from comic book and cinematic history. But we are still in the design stages of raid bosses, and we'll be bringing it to you as soon as we have something to play in design. No confirmed launch date. We also have the link nodes rework. I actually forgot that I still had to talk about this. Currently, we're not going to read that part, but we encourage players to interact with link nodes in a more meaningful way. What might this look like? In the future, they might not just be simply challenging encounters, but instead provide buffs to summoners' champions if they decide to fight through them. These new link nodes will have skill-based challenges rewarding players to varying degrees depending on their execution. In design, though, No launch window. And then we have the undo button. There's no feeling worse than mistapping on the map and ruining the plans of your battle group. We want to change that. So yeah, they'll have an undo button, I guess, and no confirmed launch window. But eventually down the line, they want to have an undo button if you go down the wrong path. Yeah, I guess you could hit undo. So there's that. So yeah, let's get back up to AW and talk about Alliance War. Alright, War Refresh Season 19. Now, I'm not going to talk a lot about this stuff because right now, like, I almost want them just to scrap Alliance War because it's chaos right now. Like, nobody likes Alliance War. They don't like the way the map looks. It's too bright. They don't like the way that some of the node combinations are. There's a lot of fights that people are not liking, and I haven't done Alliance War in, obviously, like I said, a few months and stuff. I used to love it. I used to love Alliance War. I loved the rewards and everything, but I seen where Alliance War was heading, especially when you want to start getting up to those higher tiers. But yeah, once like I just kind of seen and I didn't like where the direction it was heading, I just took a step back, and I've been waiting for a big change to Alliance War, some kind of change to kind of get me back into doing Alliance or other alliances to even push for something in Alliance War. So yeah, we'll quickly go over the Season 19 refresh stuff. So it says, before we get into Pacifics, there are a few notes I'd like to add. Season 19 War Refresh has been in the works for a few months now. It doesn't capture some of our goals and directions that we shared in our first blog post. Before the start of the Season 19, we'll be adjusting buffs and node combinations to address the most difficult and frustrating nodes on the new maps. We understand that the wars can be very difficult and stressful, and some players are turning away from the game mode because of it, like me. While the development of the update has been in the works for some time, we are fully committed to making changes much quicker and more regularly to address difficulties and stress. Previously, we've mentioned that AW maps were not designed to be 100% completed. This philosophy came about in a time where many wars resulted in ties, and results came down to diversity. In response, we increased the challenge and complexity in AW. Today, we're seeing that this has been pushed too far. This is a problem. Our goal, I don't know why my computer is doing this, our goal was to increase the granularity to avoid ties. The result, yeah, something just happened on my computer, so we'll get moving on. The result was continuously pushing difficulty higher. We understand that this isn't sustainable and are looking into different solutions in order to achieve our goal. Everything below is coming in our Season 19 War Refresh in July. Let's explore the reasons behind these changes. The map update. The current map has been over for about a year now, so we're updating the battlefield with a new path identity. We already know that. New buffs, new champion challenges, buff knowledge, and fight mechanics, so we all know that. Introduce a new challenge for players to compete with one another. Maintain Alliance War layout rules, which allow players to switch paths throughout a war. Now they got defense tactics, implement defense tactics. Our goal was to create a system that would shift the meta of Alliance War more regularly and not simply inflate the difficulty of wars. Admittedly, we've fallen short on both of our goals. For our current update on defense tactics, we'll be introducing the attacker bonuses to help counter the challenges by set defense tactics and also provide players with more options when going into the attack phase. Alright, so we've added attacker bonuses to defense tactics. This will help players counter the challenge presented for each tactic and also provide more roster options to deal with them. Moving forward, we'll be focusing on adjusting the benefit of attacker bonuses moving forward to ensure that the overall buff is a net positive for attackers. So yeah, even reading all that, I'm still like, I don't know, I'm not rushing into Alliance War or anything. I'm just, I don't know, I'm not, there's nothing pulling me into Alliance War as of right now. But here's updating Alliance War season rewards. In Season 19, we've added more rewards in the top tiers with the introduction of new and retuned defensive tactics. Something we're looking into for the near future is how our season's rankings are bracketed. That being said, all ranks will see a bump in Alliance War season rewards, and we are committed to updating rewards rewards on a more regular cadence to ensure that these rewards remain relevant and valuable. We will continue to make regular updates to season rewards moving forward, updating the matchmaking system, now adjusting matchmaking parameters to put more emphasis on war rating than prestige. Now, yeah, this was a big thing because, like, you know, you would have, I don't know, like there was times where I think we were like gold 2 or something, and we would face like a platinum 2 alliance or something. I don't know, like when it just seems like the matchmaking was horrible. You were always up against somebody that you should not be matched up against, so that made the also alliance war experience not fun when you're basically facing an alliance that is just going to just crush you, and it's just not fun. Overall, it's not fun. So yeah, in general, alliances should be playing against others based on their war standings, not on their ratings of their rosters. Now, I do like that. That part I do like, but let's hope it actually, you know, I really hope it, because I thought that's how it was supposed to be before, and then things just kept on getting changed. So I thought at one point it was supposed to be like that, and I don't know. So now I guess it was on prestige. I don't know, I'm so confused on it sometimes. I swear it changes every season. All right, so alliance war pain points. All right, so we're gonna just go over these real quick. The difficulty of alliance wars continues to increase, and defense tactics compounds this issues. We've added attacker tactics to defense tactics, and we played it safe for our first pass. We could look into increasing the potency of attacker tactics, giving players more power than opting to use attackers included into a proper tags, addressing and adjusting difficult tuning for local buffs and defense tactics quicker, proactively adjust and tune both maps, buffs, and defense tactics each season, address difficult node combos and buffs across all maps. Players are unable to practice against the specific challenges in alliance wars in an environment where there are no stakes. Release content well ahead of time on a test environment for players to preview, potentially look into building an area for players to practice specific encounters in a stress-free environment. Now, right there, I love this right here because for me, it's always, I've had to practice. I always have to practice. I'm not one of these dudes that I'm able to just figure things out like super quick. I always have to practice certain nodes. I have to practice certain fights. Like right now, I'm practicing against Darkhawk and Abyss with Human Torch because I was having trouble with it at first, but now I'm getting it down. So for me, practice always helps. And if there was an environment for me to do this and practice some of those nodes, maybe an alliance where I was having trouble in, yeah, I would absolutely love that. That would be awesome. Cost of wars are high. Given the competitive nature of seasons and map difficulty, balancing the current difficulty and complexity of wars could alleviate this stress. Defense tactics cause tight champion restrictions and steep learning curves. We could provide more option for attack tactics, tune defense tactics to be less champion restrictive. This is really weird to read. It's like, I don't know, it's hard for me to read sometimes. So they're going to be addressing the season reward tuning and bracketing, particularly in and around gold 1 and below, looking to adding a new rank, gold 4, and redistribute the number of players in each bracket. Update the rewards accordingly, especially for those that have to face defense tactics. While the season 19 war refresh has not addressed most of these issues, we want to assure you that we are looking at specific short-term solutions to address these pain points. So I do like that they're you know, upping the rewards. They're gonna do a gold 4 and redistribute the number of players in each bracket. So yeah, I like that they're going to help out the mid-tier players, buff up their rewards and stuff. So that I do like. So like before I even like comment on any of that, really, it says again, these solutions proposed above are just examples while we look into how feasible each of them are. Okay, so there's that. Yeah, it's like sometimes I don't even know why I read some of this stuff because it's just like, I don't know, it's stuff that they want, but they're hopefully going to work on in the future. But here's the war future. Now, they've received a lot of feedback from the community in regards to Alliance War player experience. The development team agrees that the current format of Alliance War does not live up to what an Alliance versus an Alliance mode should be in our game. We are fully committed to taking Alliance Wars back to the drawing board and redesigning the feature from the ground up. This means we'll be working on a complete redesign of Alliance Wars that will be on the same scale, if not bigger than the Dungeons to Incursions update. This is what I said. I mean this in a different way. Scrap it. Redesign it, do something different. but I don't know, with them it could come back even being harder. Sometimes they redesign something and it comes back being even harder. The nodes are probably going to be even crazier, so who knows. Sometimes stuff like that doesn't always work out. So they have alliance versus alliance. Wars should be a one alliance versus another, obviously creating systems where players feel like they are truly working together to overcome other alliances as a team. Create more tools for alliances to craft unique challenges for their opponents to overcome, enabling players for more ownership and authorizing content for others. Implement systems that encourage players to work alongside each other to tackle problems collectively rather than simply pushing forward in an assigned path. Advanced in warfare with our current system season structure, losing a single war, even a single fight, can have dire consequences for the individual and the entire alliance. Losing a single war shouldn't feel like you've lost out on the season. I real quick, like in the beginning when Alliance Wars started, like the first couple seasons, man, like if you died or like you were even partially the fault for losing that war, you were getting booted. That was crazy. Like the first few seasons, man, people were going, the first, like if you lost like the first or second war, you would just see that alliance like just crumble, fall apart. People were already going to other alliances. It was nuts when it first started. So yeah, adding progression for both individual players and alliances will provide positive feedback. Even if a war is lost, progression increases power, but more importantly unlocks more options for players. Choices for all in our current landscape of war. Almost all the decisions are made by leadership. We want to be enabled to more choices throughout the entirety of a war and distribute these more evenly for leadership and the alliance members. No, I like that the officers and stuff have, you know, are the ones doing all that stuff. They tell me where to go. I'm good with that, you know. So distribute choices between leadership and individual players. We want individual players to feel like they have some agency and aren't just executing orders. I don't mind it. I don't mind them telling me what path I have to go, as long as I have the champions for that path. Yeah, I don't mind. Like, you know, that's why you're making the tools for the alliance officers and stuff to help make this all easier for them. We want to open up a more strategic choices to take throughout a war that should include more risk/reward options and give players the feeling of outplaying their opponents. Becoming a war hero. Alliance War is a team mode, but we want the actions of individuals to be able to turn the tides of battle. Create the situations where individuals' choices and actions can significantly affect the outcome of the war. Adding more risk/reward decisions for players and celebrate actions when players earn a positive outcome. So there is everything for Alliance War. Now, I mean, all this that I've just read does not at all like have me looking forward to Alliance War. I don't know, like I'm gonna see how obviously now that I'm in this new alliance, we are doing Alliance War. But obviously they're in like, I think gold 2, maybe gold 3, so I don't think we have to face any of these crazy nodes. So yeah, I'm gonna be taking it slow in war and kind of just seeing from the outskirts how everyone else is liking it, and just wait until the changes happen. But for AQ, I definitely love the changes for AQ. Now we'll get to the bottom. So last we have the help system. You know, finally we have the origin of the alliance system, the first point of alliance interaction we all had when teaming up with our fellow summoners, the help system. And what if there was just one button to clear those 500 plus notifications of Noob Master 23 grinding for Korg? What if you didn't have to endlessly tap away at one button instead of helping your alliance in war? What if scheduled for release in September is the answer. Help all is coming. We've ironed out the technical challenges and will finally bring this much desired quality of life feature to the contest. They throw that quality of life out there a lot. We've read about some truly brilliant features coming to Alliance play in the short term, with a big focus on reducing the stress and commitment that alliances can mean for everyday life. In short term, the team has bold ambitions to evolve both Alliance 4 and Alliance Quest into fresh social experiences that deliver fun gameplay deep collaborations, and spicy competition, all while rewarding you with the best rewards in the contest. We're hyped for the future of alliances, and we can't wait to reveal even more in the coming months. Join us Wednesday as we take a deep dive into the future of Champions, the MCOC dev team. So yeah, after going through all this stuff, man, honestly, the most thing that got me hyped the most was the energy cap increase, the starting energy increase, and the energy timer decrease. So yeah, those things right there are what I was mostly excited about for all this after reading everything. I mean, some of the stuff that we've talked about, yeah, kind of, it sounds cool and everything, but then you go and it says in design, no confirmed launch window. It's just a lot of stuff is in design, no launch window. So it's like, you know, I don't know. I felt like in some ways they could have waited to tell us more about it. It's like they're teasing us and teasing us and teasing us. It's just, in some ways I almost feel like I'm just being constantly teased. And yeah, I don't know. That's just how I've been feeling lately. But this I do like about AQ. So yeah, that's really, like, I have nothing else to say about this. So other than that, that's basically it for me, guys. I would like to know how you guys like these changes, what you don't like about the changes. Leave all your comments, obviously, in the comment section. I would love to talk to you guys. So yes, please give me some of your feedback on this stuff. Do you like the war changes? Do you not care about war? Do you like the AQ changes? Do you not care about the AQ changes? Do you not even like alliances anymore because of just bad experiences? Let me know all in the comments. And yeah, that's it for me in this video, guys. If you're new to this channel, please drop kick that sub, hip thrust that like button, and donkey kick that bell to be notified when I do go live and upload video. And I will see you guys later. Peace!